President Obama promised to strip power away from lobbyists when he came to the president's office, but 2009 looks like it could be their most profitable and powerful year yet. Bloomberg's Lindsey is standing by with details on these big numbers this year for lobbyists. Lindsey?
Oh, John, big does not even begin to describe the staggering amount of money being spent on lobbying. So far this year, in the first 3 quarters of 2009 alone, $2.5 billion. But experts say K Street is on pace to shatter its previous record of $3.3 billion spent on lobbying. That is the most money ever spent on lobbying, period. And of course, if you want to know why, experts say there are 3 major reasons, and they all have to do with President Obama's legislative agenda: cap and trade, healthcare overhaul, and financial regulatory reform.
2 things have happened. Events, we're in a recession, and secondly, a very complex and active agenda have created a whole lot of people who've come to Washington and are spending a lot of money to make sure that their interests are taken care of.
All right, so who are these people behind all of this money? Which interests, which industries? As you might imagine, the Chamber of Commerce tops the list, having spent $65 million. That is nearly 3 times the number 2 spender, which would be ExxonMobil. In at the number 3 spot for lobbying spending is the pharmaceutical industry. And then finally, GE, General Electric, coming in at number 4. Experts saying none of this is any surprise.
We have over 1 million groups in America, 1 million, and probably 10 to 20,000 groups have been involved in those 3 issues.
Finally, healthcare industry spending nearly $400 million so far in 2009. That is a lot of money on a single issue. Of course, we're going to await the results of the final tally for all 4 quarters of 2009 for spending on lobbying. That's going to come out in late January, John.
Lindsey, I feel like there's an industry we still have to talk about here, the financial industry.
Oh, how right you are. Yes, the industry that we cover so well. Let me tell you, they've spent $334 million in 2009 so far. What's really interesting, though, is that there was a report that came out, Bloomberg News reported on it just today, showing 3 IMF economists say that there is systemic risk posed by the financial services industry based directly on the amount of money they spend on lobbying. That's resulted in lax lending standards, more securitized mortgages, and faster-growing loan portfolios. They're saying this is part of the reason why the economic crisis was allowed to happen. Back to you.
Thanks, Lindsey.